Hey everyone, I hope you're well. This is CoinsKid. Please come and join the BitGet CoinsKid crew right now for this competition, the KCGI. You get $10 free for nothing, just for joining the team. So it's free money basically. Come and get involved. Click the link. There's 3 days to get involved in this competition right now before it closes, okay? So come and join the CoinsKid crew and let's smash this. Let's dive into the video right now. So diving into XRP quickly, taking a look at the DXY, you can clearly see we've got the rising wedge and we're broke out right now, okay? But the sort of XRP sort of stagnant, isn't it? It's going sideways. So potentially this could be some kind of bull trap. We'll keep an eye on this. Now, if you take a look at this particular chart, you have actually entered the overbought area just there. Anything over 70 on the daily RSI is overbought, or any time frame RSI over 70 is overbought, below 30 is oversold. Okay, so below 30 is oversold, it's basically in the floor, and over 70 is overbought. Okay, always, if you're looking at RSI on any time frame, always look for it to be overbought, to, as a very good strong area of confluence to take profit. Equally, when it's in the floor, it's always a good area to buy more, but not all the time. You're looking for other things as well, like bullish divergence and obviously patterns in the charts as well, which are a leading indicator of, okay, well, I need to be entering along here, or I need to be buying basically. So obviously we can remain overbought for a very long time, as you're fully aware, and we can remain oversold for a very long time. But what we do tend to look for is any confluence in any charts, especially in RSI. You can clearly see that every time we swing up into this, we do come back down. We do come back down, okay? And we've not necessarily come back down. We've had this massive thrust up right now for the DXY. Everyone's getting super bullish on the dollar. We're consolidating like that, and then we're breaking out. So we are within the realms of being overbought right now, above the 70 level in the RSI for the daily, with a lovely little rising wedge that is broken out. So potentially some kind of little bull traps kicking in for the DXY right now. So obviously, as you're fully aware, if this does begin to roll, which would be perfectly normal and healthy for this particular chart, just to come back in and confirm a support, you know that these instances lead to big moves for XRP, because we've been trading these for many years right now. So equally, just there, you've got this huge uptrend that, you're coming up. When you break down below it, confirm resistance and drop. Equally, just there, way back in, I think it was March, wasn't it? We've got a huge parabolic move just there, just sort of going vertical. You break down below it, you're coming in, okay? And then equally right now, we've got a massive uptrend as well, got a huge uptrend. If we break down below this, start to break down and come back down, then again, it's a looking glass that at this point here, this breakdown will lead to a big move to XRP. Now, I remember this massive uptrend here, support, and once we broke down, this led to a macro correction basically. So what I'm looking for here for the DXY, which is like confluence, for a reason to go long or spot bid or whatever on XRP at the time, is a breakdown in this chart. So this is actually adding fuel to the fire, in the sense that if this gets really overbought and does begin to roll, this next leg down, okay, if this does start to break down or whatever, this next leg is actually adding the fuel to the rocket ships for a massive move for XRP, which is kind of still in the charts, isn't it? It's not bullshit, it's not opium. But again, there's no bias. If this does really take off, then you will start to see XRP test them lows, break down with the potential of losing them. But at the minute, the fact that this is doing this is actually adding a lot of confluence to my analysis, to be honest with you. But again, nothing I say is financial advice. Everything is for educational purposes only. But we do usually have quite a bullish month for crypto in the months of October and November. Historically, they're the best months. Q4 is usually the best months in crypto. So I wouldn't take it off the table that this move here is actually just providing the fuel for a drop and a pop in the XRP chart. Really simple. So again, we'll keep an eye on this going forward, but we are leading towards the end of September right now. We've got the DXY taking off into space. You're almost really overbought, and that's exactly where you want to be if you're expecting a big run to the upside for crypto, especially risk and obviously XRP. So let's dive into the S&P 500 right now to see what's going on. So looking at S&P 500, a lot of people say liquidity, climate, macro and things like that, but I don't pay attention to any of that. I don't pay attention to liquidity, quantitative easing, quantitative tightening, any of that. I'm just relaying what I see in the charts for you, okay? So the macro doesn't influence me. What I'm looking at is the charts, okay? So, they do say, show me the charts and I'll tell you the news, basically. So right now, I'm just telling you what is a potential scenario. All the macro reply guys didn't expect Bitcoin or XRP to even come up this year, and it has, because it was in the charts, okay? So anyway, I'm just relaying what I see in the charts. So far, what we may have here, okay, until we've not, is the structure structure of an uptrend, basically, an impulsive wave 1, corrective wave 2, impulsive wave 3, corrective wave 4, and right now we're looking at potential rollover in the DXY leading into 2024, and a massive monumental move here for the S&P 500, a potential blow off top. Now with that obviously will be a massive move for XRP. Not bullshit, not hopium, it's all about support and structure. Okay, so right now, like I say to you, you know, every day I will show you the validation and the invalidation of such. Okay, so right now the impulsive wave 1 is your support for this in the S&P 500. We break down below that, wow, you know, the analysis off the table, that's it, it's job done. You know, and the macro reply guys, the, you know, liquidity, quantitative tightening, all that, they're right, you know, and it won't make an all-time high. There was one comment yesterday, the S&P 500 will never make an all-time high. You know, I think people were saying that way back down here, you know, Corona, oh, that's it, it's going to zero, never make an all-time high. I think they were saying it way back down in the financial crisis, you know, 2008 and things like that. They were making another all-time high, but eventually it did. So, you know, you can never just sort of rely on the macro, you know, the worst of times and things like that. It's just the charts, you know, the data, the structure. This is what you have to pay attention to, and this is a message I try and relay to you every day. This is why the whole way down there in 2022, you know, I was not looking at the macro, I was not paying attention to reply guys or anything like that. I was just respecting the charts. Okay, so like I said to you, the whole way down there, we've got some kind of 5-wave corrective move coming down, and then we need to see the break on the S&P 500. We've got the level of resistance, the high low, breakout made a high, back test this resistance, so you're getting a confirmed breakout. Okay, so this is a resistance of a downtrend, breaking out, back test support, and you're looking to retrace back up to where you came from with the potential of taking it out, because this is exactly what it's doing from this low that we put in October last year. This is retracing for a break of the resistance. So basically you're moving upstairs through the fibs, you take out the one fib, you've got a confirmed impulsive move. This is how it all works. Okay, so effectively what this has been is some kind of correction, impulsive correction, continuation. So until we break down the looser structure of this particular scenario, which is this wave 1 high, this is still leading true. Basically, again, it's not hopium, it's not bullshit, it's simple technical analysis and data, which is something I relay to you. So at the moment we are finding a little bit of support, aren't we? But you know, I am looking at some potential ABC correction. This is where we might see the DXY take off a little bit more over the next couple of weeks leading into October, and eventually when this finds support and does start to come back up, then you know, we'll say, oh, it's always in the charts. But it's always in the charts because you've got left shoulder, a head, right shoulder, break that resistance, there's your inverse head and shoulders. It takes you to the 1618, and you've got your new all-time high for the S&P 500 in the most bearish environment ever. You know, so this is why I don't necessarily pay attention to macro. Anyway, let's dive into the XRP chart right now and see what we can see. And obviously I'll remind you that the wave 1 high is your bull market support for this particular chart, you know, based on early wave theory right here. Okay, so let's dive into the XRP chart right now and see what we can see. Looking at XRP on a weekly time frame, really simple technical analysis, isn't it? Let's not overcomplicate it. So far, you've got this beautiful ascending level of support, and then you've got this sort of massive level of resistance right now. Now, what we've got here, if you drop a horizontal line in just there, and then a horizontal line in just there as well, you've got clusters of resistance, and again, you've got a key leg of support that was lost just there. So you can clearly see from this bottom out signatures here, we're just sort of slowly coming upstairs. Each time we come up, we're sort of running into this resistance, which was previous support, and eventually sort of compressing it over a long period of time, and we're broken out. So we found our first resistance on the big breakout in this cluster resistance just there. So we've confirmed it as a resistance, but what we're looking to do, like we were doing here, you know, is making a series of high lows. So right now we're sort of coming back upstairs, potentially looking to attack that resistance again. So if we break this resistance here, which is where we ran into in July right there, then if we take that out, well, where's your next leg of resistance? It's really simple. It's not bullshit, it's not hopium, it's that leg there. So it's almost as if you slowly but surely, like I said to you, the bulls go up the stairs. So we're trying to attack that resistance after running into this resistance, potentially making a higher low from all this support here, and then looking to break again. So usually what we do see with XRP, you know, in a lot of cryptocurrencies, that when you flash crash like this, you do retrace. For example, here you got a flash crash, you come all the way down, oh no, it's going to zero. You have some kind of retracement to confirm that you're coming down. Do you understand? Just there, you big crash, you come back up. Okay, big crash, you come back up. Just there, monster crash. What did we do? We broke back up, consolidate in a range, and this started to create a beautiful bullish pattern. It was called a horizontal, just there, consolidate in a range, and then broke out. This is where I started making videos for the CoinsKid crew, and we absolutely pinpointed that to the dollar and the cent. Okay, absolute bang on the money right there. And obviously at that point as well, please refer back to the videos, I was looking at Monster ABC, okay, and at that point I was looking to break this high, but it never did. Okay, and obviously as it started to come back down, the tide's changed, and it was projecting to the downside, giving you the 20, I think it was around about 28-cent target, wasn't it, when we were floating on this support. So it was looking like a breakdown, and we're going to get that 28-cent target, which we got bids filled down there. Okay, and ever since then we've slowly but surely coming up into resistance, compressing under this key level of of support that we've melted through, and right now we've sort of ran into this first point of resistance just there, and right now we're coming back in a high low. So there's no bias here. Usually when we crash like that, we do usually come back up to at least make a lower high before continuation or some kind of consolidation pattern before breaking it again. So I can't get too bearish on XRP just yet, because obviously in here, in this little leg, there is a qualification of a perfect 35-day ABC creation, which is exactly what XRP did just there, okay, before coming up, consolidating, creating the bullish, it's called a symmetrical triangle continuation pattern in an uptrend, and then boom, we broke out. So in theory, I'm looking at a very similar scenario right now. If we do start to come up completely unexpected and against the herd mentality, all the bearishness and pessimism in the market right now, but if we do get the breakout just there and we consolidate in a range over a couple of weeks, we create some kind of ascending triangle or whatever, then I'm going to start to lean more towards, okay, we're looking to take out that high, and this trend line here, which is this neckline just there, that's our next leg of resistance, and we're slowly but surely coming up the stairs like this for XRP, okay? So at that point, obviously, we need to keep resistance, come back again, make a high low, but what we're looking at is over a long period of time here for XRP is some kind of compression leading to expansion. Now, unlike many other analysts, I do show the invalidation of this, okay? So right now, that's your bull market support for me. This low here in January is your bull market support, okay? And obviously, you can clearly see that if you do start to come up like this and you break down and you do something like that, you turn this green trend line into resistance, which is something you've not been doing here since way back there in 2020. That in itself would be an ultra bearish thing. So I don't know how anybody can be ultra bearish on this chart at the moment, okay? Because it's just conforming to a beautiful uptrend of resistance, a downtrend of resistance, and an uptrend of support. It's compressing over a long period of time right here. So I have to sort of lean more towards being cautiously bullish, obviously, for a potential upside, because of basically the patterns that we've seen in the charts, and the fact that what we've done here, we've had this massive flash crash without any kind of retracement, which is usually what you do see after a flash crash in every single circumstance for XRP, okay? So, until we get this massive retracement, which will give us a game away, XRP could be on the cusp of saying, I'm going to do something like that, or something like this. Absolutely possible, okay? But I do think there's a possibility here why people are max short down here, and blood and fear and depression and all things like that. Like I've always said to you, opportunity never feels like opportunity. It was the same message I was delivering there, the same message I was delivering here. I'm delivering the same message to you right now. Opportunity never feels like opportunity. This is why I'm a buyer, not necessarily a crier, because I would expect some kind of retracement at least in this move for XRP, okay? So if we do get this move and I'm right and nailed the analysis right now, then the next minimal move I'm looking at, like I said to you, is a lot of confidence at this level is the 1414, so if we take a look at that trend line just there, and equally that resistance, for me that's screaming retest, isn't it? That red line all the way up there sometime in November, right there, it's confluence of that timeline theory that I went through last week with you. There is stacks of confluence at that particular level. That red line is looking to be back tested in this next big move for XRP, but again, there's no guarantees, and so far the structure and the key support for that analysis is obviously the zero fib, okay? So we lose that takes it off the table. We lose this red line, wow, I'm all out of XRP, to be honest with you, because we're looking mega bearish at that point. But will it do it? I don't know. No one's got a crystal ball. No one can tell you guarantee what it's going to do it. But I see a lot of people telling you out there that it's 100% going to do it, okay? Because they just project to the downside only. But what I tried to do is I tried to ride the waves. For example, here, around to 1618, I was projecting to the downside, and people think I'm up only, but always respect the fibs. And this is something I've always taught you, okay? So right now, what I'm looking to do, if we hold this ABC, which technically we are, 35-day ABC right there, and we start to coil up and we hold this low, it's going to increase the probabilities of a retracement. At that point, we're going to kind of be patient, see what kind of consolidation we create. If it does create a continuation pattern, some kind of ascending triangle or symmetrical triangle, whatever, then I'll be more inclined to say, okay, we're looking at that break, and that will be my minimal target. The 1414 around about $1.31, which is simple. Like I said to you, the bulls go up the stairs, don't they, and the bears come out the windows. So anyway, I hope you enjoyed the update. Stay healthy, stay strong, stay tuned, but I can't get too bearish just yet, okay, until we lose key structure and key support, which we're not doing so far. Back to another update on XRP. Thank you for your support. Stay healthy, stay strong, stay tuned. Take care, everyone. Bye bye.